All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Back at it again. It's the brother Tazadat from the Greek Millstone South Carolina Maintenance Branch, coming at you with another quick edify lesson through the spirit power of the Lord Yahbashim Yahushai. All right, and before I get into the lesson, I want to give all praise going to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kwakadaj. The honors to the apostles and elders and bishop of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and who are today. Shalom to the icons on the four corners of earth and out true righteous sincerity. Shalom. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get into it, man. All right, so today's lesson, that I'm gonna be going into is spiritual power, man. Lord, what I ask this, let's be edified. All right, but like I say, today's lesson, see the title, spiritual power, man. All right, because the men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the true believers, and the elect men is about to receive that spiritual power, man. Okay. So we're going to get into, this is Psalms 110, verse 3. And it said, thy power should be willing, thou people, Slakia, thou people should be willing in the day of thy power. And in the beauty of the holiness, from the womb of the morning, thou hast drew of thy youth. Right, so in thou people, it's talking about the elect men of 144,000 election, man. I shall be willing in that day of thy power, man. All right, what day is talking about? It's talking about the day of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, when all hell is breaking loose, man. All right, the Lord Yahweh Shah, he's going to, bless the elect men with spiritual power. Some of the elect men with spiritual power that day, man. Where we be able to teleport, fly, heal people, doing all kind of miracles that day, man. All right. All right, the day of holiness, man. From the womb of the morning, man. All right, from the morning until night, man. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, he's going to give some men spiritual powers that day, man. Point blank, period. Okay? Isaiah 40 and 31, it says, but they that have wait upon the Lord Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Right, so that day is Jacob's trouble when all hell is breaking loose during the hour of temptation. All right, when, martial art is roaming, roaming this place, trying to, take families apart and put them in church on constellation camp. Camp. All right. But the elect men and their families is going to be protected, man. Because once again, the elect men is going to receive their spiritual power. All right, some are going to receive that power. Some are going to receive, let me slow it down, that power from the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. In Isaiah 40 and 31, it says, but they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh. Who's the only one that waiting upon the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai? The elect men. All right, the true believers of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai as well, the 1/3. All right, but the elect men is the only one that waiting upon the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, once again, the true believer in the 1/3 as well. All right, the elect men only going to renew their strength in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, because the elect men and true believers, all right, the 1/3, hey, they're going to be protected in that day, man. All right, the elect men may have powers where the angels may protect them, or may have spiritual power where they be protecting themselves like a similar. Maybe, teleport, all right, fly. It's just stated, in Isaiah 40 and 31, it stated that you will be able to mount up with wings, mount up with wings as eagles, man. And the eagles fly or soar or soar or glide through the air, man. All right. And the Lord also want to say, hey, they shall run and not be worried, right? So you're going to be like Flash, man. With Flash, you're going to be, running 100 million, times hours, you know what I mean? Faster than the speed of lightning, man. All right, where you won't, be worried, man, get tired after running, man. That's spiritual power. Matter of fact, we have spiritual power now, which is this wisdom, now, understanding, man. All right, the Kwakadash, that's independent of the Lord, man. All right, and I'm praying thee before the hopeful elect 144,000 election, man. Okay, but the Lord will allow you to run and not be worried. All right, especially, you running from Esau, you running from these demons. 2/3, you so-called nigga Latino Native American, martial law. When all this kicked in, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is going to have the men of the Lord running and not be worried, man. We're not tired, not be tired or anything, man. They should walk or not faint, right? So we should walk for miles, man. And miles and miles without being, tired or fainted, man. Tired from walking, man, and pass out from walking. All right, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to have that spiritual power on us during these times when martial law and trying to come in and separate the families. All right, and during the time of World War III, during the time of our temptation, the MOTB, during the time of Jacob's trouble, when mayhem is in the streets, man. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, he's gonna protect us in that day where we'll be able to, once again, fly like eagles, run without being worried, and walk without being, fainted, man. All right, and this only going to happen to the men of the Lord. All right, the elect men, 144,000, and true believers of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, 1/3, during these days, man, especially the elect men. Okay? All right, because we're going to need the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai more during these times, man. All right? It's going to be a time like no other, man. Okay? All right, and you people going to see it, man, because you people will be amazed how, such and such, receive that spiritual power during that day. You people going to be amazed, and then you're going to try to get with the men of the Lord, but it's going to be too late, man. All right. Go to the next verse. Wisdom Solomon, chapter 3, verse 7. It says, and in that time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubbles, sparks among the stubbles, right? So the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai said, in that time, man, once again, what time, they're talking about, the time of Jacob's trouble. It says, in the time of the visitation, they shall shine and run to and from like sparks among the stubbles, right, man? So in that time when, a twinkle in the eye, when the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai beam up the elect men on the chariot, all right, hey, someone's going to, receive that spiritual power before then, man. And after, man. It's in the time of the visitation, man, when Big Brother Yahweh shall make his return, when all hell is breaking loose, all right, and the elect man is going to shine in that day, man. We're shining now, but we're going to be shining more now during that time of Jacob's trouble, when all hell is breaking loose during the hour of temptation, man. Point blank period, man. All right, we're going to be running to and fro like it's nothing, man. All right, like sparks among the stubbles, man. And you know how that go, man. Okay? All right, Luke chapter 10, verse 19 through the 20. Big Brother Yahweh shall speak on red letters. It said, behold, I give to you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemies, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Right? So nothing would be able to touch us in that day, man. All right, and this is Big Brother Yahweh Shai speaking. All right, so if the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai said it, best believe it's going to be done, man. All right? And so the Lord is a power that does not lie, man. And this Yahweh Shai speaking once again. The Lord said, behold, I will give you power to tread on the serpent and the scorpions, man. And who is the serpent? Esau, the so-called white race, man. During this time, man, we're going to train on the serpent and the scorpion, man. You scoffers. The ones, they're not coming in spirit power of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, that come against the men of the Lord and, speaking ill will on the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai name. All right. We will have power over you people, and we're going to destroy you people, man, during this time. All right. It says over all the power of the enemies, right? There's 18 nations on this earth, man. And out of 18 nations, the elect men out of, the nation of Israel going to have spiritual power that day, where we will have power over all the enemies, man. All 17 nations, man. And top of that, not only 17, but 2/3 of the so-called nigga out to the Native American on this side. But in the kingdom, it's going to be all over 17 nations, man. All right, and nothing shall hurt us, all right, in that day, man. Once you 2/3 the so-called Nicolaites and the Native American come upon the men of the Lord, are trying to come after the men of the Lord and trying to get us, nothing would hurt us, man. All right. Not only 2/3, but you other heathen nation as well, trying to come after the men of the Lord during this time. All right. But nothing will hurt us, man. We're going to be like, Superman, the man of steel, man, where nothing can hurt Superman. All right. Except for, as they say, kryptonite. All right. But we're going to be more powerful than Superman, man. All right. Where nothing will be able to hurt us. But we will have that spiritual powers, man, during that day, man, during that time, man. All right. Luke 19:20, once again, still Yahushua speaking. It said, notwithstanding, in this rejoice not, Slakia, that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your name were written in the heavens. Right. All right. So me, I'm rejoicing right now, man. Abarazah, we praying, they let men, Lord will, I'm praying to be part of, hopefully, all right, that our name be written in the books in the heaven, man. All right, but we are not rejoicing now, all right, because this is not living, man. But in the kingdom of the Lord Yahweh Shai, with the spiritual powers and everything else, all right, we will be rejoicing then, man. Why? Because our name is written in the heavens, man. All right, Lord will I'll be crowned by Yahweh Shai, Mashiach himself. All right, and the rest of the 144,000 and the 1/3 and true believers of the Lord that comes in the spirit part of the Lord Yahweh Shai. But I'm praying to be part of the elect men, where I'm crowned by Yahweh Shai, where my name is, being written into the books, man, in heaven, where everybody will be able to see and read, man. But hey, we not rejoicing now, but we'll, be rejoicing later, man, because all the sacrifices that we done for the Lord Yahweh Shai, teaching and preaching, along with spiritual power, man. That is the true spiritual power right here, man. Which is the wisdom and understanding, man. All right, like I said, we may not be rejoicing right now, but we will be rejoicing in the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because, all the sacrifices we done right now for the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. Teaching and preaching, being brotherly love, keeping the statute law to our abilities, doing what we're supposed to be doing, coming in this true spirit power of the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and we'll be happy then where our name is written in heaven, man, for everyone to see and read, All right, John 14:12, still red letter, Yahweh speaking. It says, very, very, I say unto you, he that believeth me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father, right? So Yahweh speaking, talking to, to his disciples, the elect men, the whole world, pretty much, man, that he said, very, very, I say unto you, that he that believe of me, and the works I do shall he do also. And who believe in the Lord Yahweh Shai, the elect men. All right? And Yahweh Shai did many wonderful works. And some of the miracles and works he done is not even mentioned in the Bible, man. All right, but hey, we come in the same spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. So when Yahweh Shai doing miracle works, we're going to do miracle works as well. And the Lord said, Yahweh Shai said, even greater than he did, man. All right. And he said, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go into my Father. Right. So the Lord Yahweh Shai go into his Father, which is Yahweh. All right. And Yahweh Shai did many wonderful works, man. But, the elect men going to be doing with many wonderful works, miracles greater than what Yahweh Shai did on this side, man. I best believe it's going to happen if the Lord Yahweh Shai said it, man. And most side Yahweh Shai is not a power that does not lie, man. And you people going to see it, man. You people can read it from your own self, man. And many, many miracles and works that the Lord Yahweh Shai done, that you could read in the Bibles, and some of them he done that was not mentioned in the Bible, man. But you people going to see it front and center, man. When Big Brother Yahweh Shai cracked the sky, a dark-skinned man with a host of angels on the fathership crack the sky and come back and get busy on you people. All right? But in the same time, beam up the elect men and the true believers of the Lord Yahweh Shai, the 1/3 in that day, man. All right, point blank period. Okay? Acts 1 and 18. Once again, it's still Yahushua speaking. Red letter, it says, but he shall receive power, right? Yahushua saying this, man. So best believe it's going to happen, man. It said, after that, the Holy Spirit is to come upon you, and you shall be a witness unto me, both in Jerusalem and Judea, right? So, all right, because we are a people before a place, man. But we're going to have spiritual power in the land of Israel, man. All right, because we are a people before a place, man. But we physically, spiritually, mentally, we're going to receive the spiritual power on this side and in the kingdom of the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. All right, it said in all the Samaritan and unto the uttermost part of the earth, right? So we're gonna receive this, spiritual power on this part, on this side, where the elect men, all right, is gonna go and search the whole earth looking for the elite, all right, the elite to be the first slaves in the kingdom of the Lord Yahweh Shai after them 200 million nuclear missiles bomb this place up, man. All right, and they won't go all over to the cliff, in the rocks, in the sea, in the atmosphere, all right, in space, in the sea, in the cliff of the rock, whatever. We're gonna be searching for these Edomites, all right, that escape, them 200 million nuclear missiles just to be the first slaves in the kingdom, man. All right, and the Lord Yahweh Shai, he's going to give us spiritual power to search for them. All right, because it going to be flying, in that day, running fast, walking fast, like it stated earlier, teleporting, healing people in that day, all kind of miracles in that day, man. All right, and during this time too, once again, we're gonna be all over the place searching for the elite, elite Edomites that escaped the Lord Yahweh Shai wrath on this side just to be the slaves, man, in the kingdom of heaven, be the first slaves in the kingdom of heaven, man. Point blank period, man. It said that us, the uttermost parts on the earth, are where people can't even go or see. All right, we'll be able to go and see, man, in the sky, in the atmosphere, all over the place on the earth, man. Places that normally you don't see people go. A elect man gonna have the spiritual power to go there, man. All right, last but not least, Revelation 11 and 6. And it reads, it says, these has power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over water to turn them into blood, to spite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. Right, so we will have spiritual power where we'll be able to do all these things, man. All right, turn water into blood, man. All right, and so forth, so on, man. We will have power, to shut heaven. All right, go to and from the heavens to the earth, man. All right, that rain not in the days of that prophecy. And prophecy is being fulfilled each and every day, man. All right, but the number one prophecy is the MOTV. All right, on Jacob's trouble. All right, and the hour of temptation. All right, and all hell is breaking loose when Big Brother Yahushua cracked the skies, man. All right, you will see that, man. And we'll be having powers during these times, man. They get us through these times, man. All right. And it said all the plague, it said all strike the earth with all plagues as often as they will. Right. So, in the kingdom of heaven, Lord Yahweh Shai, hey, you heathen nation is going to be placed back in your own name, in your own land. All right. But if you go off in the spirit, we're going to have to get you, man. All right. We're going to be torturing Esau and the other heathen nations so bad. But more of Esau, man, for 1,000 years. And after the 1,000 years, because time going to slow back. After 1,000 years, we're going to have a big old bonfire and toss you Edomites in where there will be no more Edomites forever, man. All right, we can give a hand clap to that, man. All right, and all these is part of spiritual powers, man. All right, and you can find that over there in 1, because there's only one chapter in over there, around the 18th verse, though, man. All right. But we will have power over the other nations, man. All right. And you people gonna see it and be afraid, man. All right. Back here last year, when I, was going through my little, lower state, and when I was sick, my own trials and tribulation, and I was in a coma, and Yahweh came to me, and spoke to me. But when I was out and dreaming for 3 days, it felt like 3 days, but I kept having the same dream. I seen myself, in my garment with my kids, you know, um, underwater, man. And it felt so real with spiritual power, man. All right. So imagine that happening in real life right now, man. When we get in the kingdom of heaven, how much it will be much better, man. You know? But the elect man definitely is going to receive that spiritual power, man. Soon and very soon, man. Especially when, during these times when all hell is breaking loose, man. During the time of our temptation, World War III, you know, Jacob's trouble, man. All right? When the 200 million nuclear missiles hit this place, and the Lord Yahweh Shai, he's going to bless someone with their spiritual power, man. Like I said, we're receiving spiritual power now with this wisdom and understanding and coming in true spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai, the true name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. You know? So spiritual power is coming, man, but you got to hold on to the end. All right? The ones who's, the Lord is going to bless those who, enduring to the end. The saints shall be saved, man. All right? And let man is going to endure to the end because they're going to be saved, man. And Lord willing, once again, I'm praying to be part of the elect men, 144,000 election, man. Okay? But hey, Lord will. That's the end of my lesson. Lord will, I brought this out as this lesson was edified. Just like I started, I'm going to end the same way. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash, the mornings to the apostles, the elders, and bishops of great wisdom who taught it to shoot and who will well. Shalom to the Akis on the four corners of earth and all true races of city. All right, shalom to the Akwak and the Akin on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.